So yeah, I am rather offensive and I'm not going to change. Um, the beauty of the Jilly Juice is the healing process is very, very, very aggressive. And the learning process, the transition process from the mainstream into the Jilly Juice world, the transition process now from the mainstream into what is actually going on right now is going to be so in your face. It's going to piss off people. It's going to offend them. And I see how dire the situation is because I see people in my own group who are only doing a little bit of Julie Juice that may not survive this next wave. Okay, that may not survive this next wave. And so the more that I can be as intense as my freaking protocol is, the more maybe you might wake up. Because I'm telling you, if you get healing symptoms that are really nothing, then the healing process, you're not really healing. But if someone pisses you off to where you angry face my information, which I understand, I'm okay with that. But if you're angry facing my thing because I yelled at you, that means that I got through to you in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm telling you, the Jilly Juice, when you finally get the healing process, the evolution process, and you feel headaches and you feel pains in different parts of your body, now you know you're alive. Now you know your body is trying to heal. If I just soft pedal all my fucking information and be like, yo, I'm going to be all nice and understanding, which sometimes I am, but some of you have thick heads. Some of you need someone to basically yell at you. Okay? It's like when a kid doesn't listen crossing the street and you're trying to tell this kid, hey, you need to look both ways, you need to hold my hand, and they don't do it. And then you have to kind of wake them up a little bit like and say, hey, and you kind of redirect their energy. That's what I do is I redirect energy. And I know it's very unorthodox to some of you. Some of you get triggered by me. Some of you, yeah, had been abused as a child and you were yelled at as a child and now it's triggered you that I've yelled at you. Okay, I'm sorry. But I don't know how else to get through to some of you. And some of you are really at the 11th hour. And so, yeah, I'm going to be sarcastic. I'm going to say if you're looking for a pre-made Jilly Juice, no, this is not for you because you're looking for someone else to do the work for you. I already can tell by the questions that you ask whether or not you really are a candidate for the juice because I know people. I've dealt with people my whole last 4 years around the Jilly Juice. So when you're asking for a pre-made Jilly Juice, when you're asking for why, what this, what's that, and I've gone over this information, I have so much information in my group that you can go and do a search on antibodies, surface marker antigen. If you don't want to pay attention to me every single day for whatever reason or catch up when you have a week off or something, or when you are working and you now are catching up at Friday or Saturday, if you're not doing that, then don't ask the questions because most likely I've already covered it. If you're not willing to tune in to me at least once a week or go through and scan my information, okay? Or like anything, when you're in some kind of a curriculum, online correspondence course curriculum, and you're, working from home or doing it from home, you just go back to what videos and what things that were covered a couple days ago, and you go back and look at it a couple days later. It's not that difficult. I'm evolving very quickly. New information, different ways to say the same thing happens almost on a daily basis, if not a weekly basis. And you really need to be in tune if you want to understand the whole point of diligence and to survive all this, because it's only ratcheting up very quickly. And some of you are looking at me at the 11th hour when you've had all this time. But I'm saying if you don't get your body, mind, and spirit correct, it doesn't matter how much of a henny penny you are about raising awareness because no one's going to listen to you because you haven't figured out how to speak intelligently about what the Jilly Juice could do for you and what it's doing for you in spite of all this, because your friends can't stop what's going on. This stuff has been in plans for fucking years. You realize that the whole FEMA coffins I knew back in 2012, this has been a long range plan, but there's no way you're going to be able to get somebody from 0 to 60 in a few months. So why not you learn about Jilly Juice, do it, get some major mental clarity so you know how to speak intelligently about Jilly Juice, so that way when you are raising awareness about freaking Jade Helm or the FEMA coffins and the FEMA camps, you actually can make substantiation. You can find something in your world that you can say, you know what? Antibodies. Because that, if you don't have my background like MK Ultra and the whole satanic ritual abuse bullshit like I have in my background, then you can use the antibody deception. And then you see my post about antibodies. Okay, antibodies. They actually destroy the cells, the living cells, whether it is the virus that's attached to the host, because you can't kill a virus, but you can kill the host cell. Who's a host cell? You. So viruses, parasites. You know, antibodies go after parasites, but you need parasites part of your body too as well. And parasites need a host, and guess what? You attack to kill the host. So antibodies go after the microbiome, the viruses, parasites, protozoa, proteins. Proteins. What's a protein? It's things that are a part of your biochemistry, that are building blocks to your body. Bacteria and fungus. You have bacteria, good bacteria in your body. And so antibodies go after things that are living, you. So right there is a substantiation without my background, because I have a lot of background that I could substantiate the long range planning. But now you could substantiate how antibodies are used as a way, as a weapon against people in plain sight, because they're being sold as a healing thing. I mean, it's all over freaking CNN. But no, but you don't watch TV. That's right. You guys don't watch TV. You guys don't watch any of the news or at all. So there's no way you can give any kind of example of how this shit's in your fucking face, because you don't even want to watch TV. So you have no way to substantiate all of your conspiracy theories, because you're not dialed into all modes of communication. That's who I deal with, those that say, oh, I don't watch TV. I only watch YouTube and freaking Facebook Lives, and that's it. But I'm telling you, all the evidence is in the movies. It's in the freaking TV. It's on CNN and Fox 8 right there in front of your face. Dr. Fauci saying, hey, we're trying to induce antibodies. Hey, there's Bill Gates wanting to induce antibodies. So you don't have to have my personal background to be able to rattle off substantiation where it's in plain sight. If you fucking turn on the television and stop being hoity-toity and say, oh, I don't watch TV. So yeah, my getting mad at Shannon Ray was so justifiable, because she's one of those people that say, I don't watch TV. But how are you going to be at all credible if you can't even give any evidence of what they're saying, and then what you're saying about antibodies and what they're promoting on freaking CNN? There's no way you can sound credible, because you sound like a conspiracy theorist with absolutely no substantiation to what it is you're saying. So no one's going to take you seriously. And that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. You have to be dialed into all modes of communication to substantiate your freaking thought process. And if you're not, because you think it's brainwashing, then you're not doing enough Jilly Juice to basically counter the brainwashing, and then be able to pick out the brainwashing and then tell your friends, this is the fucking brainwashing. You realize if I don't watch movies, I don't watch TV, I couldn't tell you that basically Fauci is selling you antibodies on freaking national television to all of your friends who are still tied in with the system? Do you realize that if I didn't watch these things, and I can point out that this movie, like the Adjustment Bureau I just watched, they talk about, yeah, that we have to program people, because we don't trust the regular population to be able to keep all this infrastructure going, so they think you're stupid. That's a movie with Matt Damon, The Adjustment Bureau. So I'm watching these movies going like, oh my God, in fucking plain sight. Once you take off the rose-colored sunglasses, once you actually do the Jilly Juice. So my intensity is justifiable, because somebody has to wake up, even the ones that say that they're awake, because they're not. Not everybody who says they're awake are awake, because they have still playing the discrimination game. Oh, I don't watch the news. I don't watch freaking TV. And that's where all the evidence is. But no, 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 no. You don't realize there's a big picture going on. And all the evidence and substantiation is right at your feet if you just actually